I don't know. We're just going to start this whole thing over. This has been a train wreck right from the get-go. Microsoft did a update on my computer about 4 minutes before the show, and since I have done that, stuff has just been going crazy. I don't know. Ronnie, Lori, Owens, say thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry that that you lost me there for a minute, but I think I'm back. So since I'm recording this and this is going to be rebroadcast, I'm going to start off at the beginning again for those of you who just tuning in. We can run this as a new show. Periscope, you get 2 for 1. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. I am Johnny Blender, and thank you for taking the time out to listen to the show here on the Edge Radio, Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. Now, if you're listening to the Edge Radio US, you have been listening. Oh, my God. This thing's killing me tonight. No, it flashed all the way to the bottom of my notes. All right, so if you're listening to Edge Radio US and the intro to the show, you notice I played the music to my show from the band Killj out of Armory, Mississippi, and the CD is The Verdict. I have that right here. I will share that on Periscope. I will share that on everybody else if you can not get a glare on it. Well, it's tough. Just all this light. Killj, The Verdict. So check it out. You can go to Killj.com. You can find them on Killj, also Real Pop Culture, which is kind of cool. These guys are out of Armory, Mississippi. We met them at Tupelo Con this year. They were just real good guys. They interviewed us, and we wound up putting them on the network because we enjoyed their show. Hi, Miss Sandy. Thank you for tuning in. Wade Cuevas. Speaking of Wade Cuevas, let's get it going right now. Since we've had all this communication problem, all of this computer issues, all the things going on, I have not even had time yet to pour me a little of this coconut moonshine from my buddy Wade Cuevas. It has been a rough week. Norman Howell has joined. Hello, Big Norman. It was good. I'm glad you're tuning in tonight. It was good seeing you yesterday. It's been a long time since I've seen you. And I got to see Norman Howell, a childhood friend of mine, or I was a child when he was grown up pretty much. But it was great to see him. I do want to take out a minute to give a shout out to yesterday. We had a funeral that we attended in Picayune, Mississippi. It was for Otho Wayne Seal. Now, Uncle Wayne was my wife's uncle, but he's been my uncle for the last 20 years. And I got to tell you, in 20 years, it was a pleasure to have him as part of my life. So we're going to miss you, Wayne, and I can't wait to see you. I'll see you soon. So thank you. And, yeah, thanks for indulging me on that just a minute. I've got off my game now after doing that. We have all genres of music on the Edge Radio US. We're changing some in. We're bringing some new stuff. We're pulling some new stuff, old stuff out. We're putting some new stuff in. We're adding some different types of music. We've got a very, very wide group of people and listeners that are requesting different types of music. Some of the types of music, I can tell you right now, we won't play. But some of the type of music we probably will add. It will add a little bit more. It'll add a little bit more variety to the station. And let me know what you think. I hope you like it. And keep following. That's the edgeradious.com is the new website that's up or will be up Saturday. And it's got all kinds of things on it. You can order tickets to different events that we're at on it. It's got all the shows on it. Thank you for tuning back in, Uncle Jesse. We were having some computer issues still. We've got some gremlins in the machine, so I just started the show over. I'm being joined by the Twisted Southern Horror Queen, my lovely wife, Lynn Gibson. How are you feeling? Okay. We've been getting a ton of music in, different genres from amazing bands all across the country. I guess we're getting a little bit of a name of playing local area band music. So we're getting more and more stuff coming in, and we're going to be putting some of that up. Some of it we won't be putting up. Some of it will. You have a little issue over there? Oh, Sarge. I see Ronnie and Lori Owens have joined. Hey, Ronnie, I'm sorry we didn't get with you this weekend. We've had a little bit of family issues that we've dealt with. Got those settled yesterday, and we're back here and trying to reshape and get retooled and back up and running. Would you like a little of this coconut moonshine before I take any? You like that? How is it? Oh, man. You took kind of a big pull off that. I wasn't really expecting you to take that much. But that's all right. I have more. Yeah, I have more. I guess after the last few days, I can see why you would want a little of that. Yeah, put the straw in the bottle. You know, we're running out of that. Wait is on. All right, so listen for some big changes this weekend, and let me know what you think about it. Order music from bands that we play on the Edge Radio US. Order tickets to the events that we'll be attending, and also sponsored events. Catch up on the latest racing news and events on the fly. There are some events coming up that we're going to be broadcasting live from, and we'll talk about those just in a few minutes. So now I want to talk about several things. I want to remind everyone that my script just ran off the page again, about our great sponsors. And if you can see this awesome RJS-20 fire suit with my name, Johnny Blender, embroidered on it, with RJS equipment, Racer Direct. We got our new fire suit in day before yesterday. Yeah, it was Monday. We got it in Monday. And I've got to tell you, it is awesome. It was everything I was hoping it would be and more. Ronnie Owens said, "Hope all was well. Missed your show last night." She'll be back on next week, and everything will be better in all her glory. Yeah. But yeah, just don't forget, if you need any parts for your vehicles, look at racerdirect.net. You can go there and also use the code WCC for 5% off your order and free shipping anywhere in the United States. But that's the WCC discount code. Racer Direct carries a full line of automotive products and is home of RJS safety equipment, seatbelt solution, performance two-way, and it's just really, really nice people to deal with. Would you? That suit, actually, that suit is heavy, but I want to leave it up there. Do you want to take it down?
I don't want to take it down, but I'll hang it higher.
You can't see it if it's higher. It right there it's right in the. Yes, we can take it down about halfway through the show. Let's leave it up there for a few minutes. We're running a little. Anybody that saw the new fire suit on for the Fury Dragster, I had it posted. This week, and this is one of the RJS just got a new -20 certified fire suit, and this is one of the first ones off the line. Would that be a line?
Yes.
Okay, first one off the line in the top 5, I would say, of the first. It's pretty good.
They had that big old bolt of material in
Yeah, they had So check out RJS equipment. We want to thank Jeff Began, Jamie Began, Ryan Began, Steve Caraco. I can't remember how to say his last name. Steve Cacaro. Steve Cacaro from RJS equipment. So yeah, it was pretty nice. I'm excited. I'm excited. We're 22 days before the American Drag Racing League U.S. Drags in Orangeburg, South Carolina, at South Carolina Motorplex. Don't forget, if you go to racerdirect.net to look at what they've got, Josh TKO Turner is joined. That's our buddy Josh, Wanda, Kylie. Kaylee, I never get that girl's name right. Like a spider monkey. I'm telling you. She kind of, what is she, 9, 10? She kind of talks down to me. Yeah, I mean, she looked at me. She was over there talking to you, and she looked at you, and she looked at me and goes, "We're talking." So, yeah, so she's the Josh and Kaylee are both on The Walking Dead, or have been on The Walking Dead. Josh was a savior on The Walking Dead. Kaylee has a new role coming out. 2 new roles, Goosebumps 2. Okay, I don't know if I was supposed to say what that one was. So I have to go back and edit that. Kaylee on the big screen. She does it all. Oh, she does it to all of us old guys. Josh, yeah, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Josh. Josh TKO Turner is also a professional wrestler, a stunt man. He's a great guy. He's an all-around really good guy. And one of the things that I really like about Josh is a big supporter of Fight for Autism. That is one of the causes that he works with, and is a brand ambassador. Would that be a brand ambassador? Something like that. I don't know what all the politically correct terms. He's always doing things with that, and it takes a special kind of person to do things like that, to put your time. And yeah, he's special, but to put your time out there to help those less fortunate than you, especially kids. So, Fight for Autism, Josh TKO Turner. So if you are on this page, and you can see, if you're watching this right now, and you can see over there in the comments, Josh TKO, Josh Turner, jump over and follow his page, TKO. I think he's still got the page with the American flag on it. So great guy. He's one of our very, very favorite friends. He has got he had some coconut moonshine up there in Tennessee.
He's getting some blackberry jelly. I just haven't had a chance to send it yet.
Lynn's got another care package that she's fixing to ship to y'all, so get ready for that. I don't know what this message Josh just put in. I'm going to put my glasses down, but I'm betting it says something like that. Coconut moonshine didn't make it out of the parking lot in Mississippi. Oh yeah, man! I went wild man tonight. I didn't want to put it in a ponytail. I just wanted to leave it down. He says I need a fan blowing on it, so I had that whole
thing going on.
Fabio thing going.
Okay. Don't encourage him, Josh. You don't have to live here.
All right. Let's see. So yeah, so we've talked about our good friend Josh. I can't wait till we got another event with him. Yeah. I don't know when.
Are you doing Gulf Coast Fan Fest, Josh?
Josh, have you contacted Mike Inslee at Gulf Coast Fan Fest? Check that out. We are there. Bill Gibson with Christine movie car is going to be there. Lita Ford is going to be there.
We can see if I really do look like it.
Yeah, Josh Turner said unicorns change lives. Josh, don't.
Ask him about his Kindle, Josh.
All right, I got to get back to the show. We've had enough of this. Let me get my Fabio hair as get it going. All right. Now, with that being said, I want to extend an invitation from my buddy Reaper, James Goad. He may be calling in tonight. He may not. But a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, you're taking the moonshine right out of in front of me. He put out a call out looking for 10 big tire cars that want to race the 405, the 405's list. Mike, if you're still listening, let me know what you think about this. Both of us have been pushing this for, I guess, about the last 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, and there have been no takers. A lot of talkers, but no takers. All the fast-ass car guys that contact me every day, it's time to step up. Everyone is fast on the internet. But this is street war. It's not a no prep race. It's not a track race. It's the 10 big tire cars racing the 405 list on the street. Reaper said, put a team together. They can go somewhere. They can meet. I got the Periscope. Camera giving me issues now. Okay, I tell you, this is just, we are having technical difficulty tonight. Did they? Got to be MJ. So we've been pushing this. I'm not going there. All the fast car guys that contact me, come on, let's do some street wars. Not in a track, street wars. Doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be 10 cars from one area. Hell, it can be the fastest cars in the country outside of the 405. Those guys are just getting tired of racing themselves. 10 cars. 325 million people in the United States. I can't find 10 big tire cars that want to do this. Oh, it came back on. Hello, Periscope. I'm glad you're back with us. Build a team. Call a Reaper. Call me. We'll put this together. I want to see it. The guys in the Northeast, no phone call. Phone's not ringing. The guys in Cali and Vegas, again. The Florida supercar guys that I always talk to, hadn't heard from them. So I don't know. I just don't know if everyone in the country is scared of the guys on the list in the 405 or what.
It kind of smells that way, don't it?
I'm gonna keep pushing this until Reaper tells me to quit.
That's a shame.
I don't know. There's got to be 10 big tire guys in the country that'll take on the 405 list.
You know what they're going to do? They're all going to contact you like 2 days before the first blizzard.
Yeah, we can do it. Oh, hey, Texas, are you listening? When and where is the show where the Christine car is going to be? Our good friend Bill Gibson, no relation, will be at Gulf Coast Fan Fest October 27th to 28th.
That is at Biloxi, Mississippi, at the Gulf Coast
Coliseum.
If you've ever been to a concert at the Gulf Coast Coliseum, you know it's massive. And I assure you that place will be packed.
I think they've got some other cars there. I know they've got us. They've got Christine. I think they've got some other cars there. They don't have the Batmobile. That's going to be in E-Town, Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
So it'd be the Adrian's Fury Dragster and the Batmobile.
That will be awesome.
Freaking awesome.
And they got a big enough parking lot there where me and the Batmobile can race.
Yeah, they do.
I'll blow the doors off the Batmobile. I'll get a ton of crap in my inbox over this call out stuff. I always do. I've got loads of stuff the last week when I did it, that, they didn't have a lot of, they had some kind of awful names to call me for doing the call out. But other than calling me bad names, none of them called me on the phone to accept Reaper's challenge.
So wait a minute, you're telling me again that they got their little fingers typing on the keyboards, they got the balls to email you from the keyboard to tell you how badass that they are.
Correct.
And call you all kind of names.
Yes.
But again,
nobody called me a Reaper about the race. Well, called Reaper. I just want him to call me so I can kind of aggravate him a little bit. It's Reaper's deal. I mean, that's what he does. Mm-hmm. But I just kind of wanted to give him a little bit of grief myself. I don't know. But the call out stands, so pull them up and strap in, and let's see what if this happens. Just think about the bragging rights someone would have. Yeah, Reaper said they'd take the list of them. So I've never met a racer that didn't like to brag. Hell, if I'm going to have to contact all the guys I know with front engine dragsters and see if they want to get together and do it, I guess it's going to be up to those old guys to give the 405 list a race. You know, I mean, we can't get any of these big tire cars to do it. And we'll get the Fury Dragster out there. We'll get Ken Thibodeau Spits and Sputters. We'll get Ronnie Sandiford's Hillside Hustler over there. We'll get Frankie Allen's car over there. Yeah, we'll get Geritol and Insure. That would be good. They could sponsor the event. Charlie Benson would come down for that. Steve Godwin would get a car out for that. Ryan Carey. I mean, we could put 10, but you know, it's bad when you have to try to get front engine dragsters because the 405 list is tired of running themselves, and they're just trying to find more people to race. So it's pretty bad when us old guys are going to have to bring our dragsters out there. And the 405, a lot of those cars, not Benson, not Godwin, not Bruce Hacker, those they're not as fast as those guys are faster than the 405's list. But hey, Cody Hollers is back in. How you doing? Okay. Cody Hollers, and that's our other 405 guy. I spaced out there for a minute. Cody Hollers is another guy on the 405. He's one of our buddies. Zeus, Zeus. I don't know. Yeah, he's got the Zeus Nova. I don't know if he wants to jump on Reaper's challenge or not. Reaper's looking for 10 big tire cars to take on the list in the 405. We've been combing the United States. I've been aggravating the crap out of people every week, Cody, and nobody is calling.
Cody, you want me to drive for you?
I ain't saying nothing. You know, we could call this Johnny Blender Street Wars. That's got a nice name to it, doesn't it? All right. Right now, since I was talking about the dragster, I want to remind everybody in 22 days, we will be at the ADRL US Drags at Orangeburg, South Carolina, July 13th and 14th. You can go to the ADRLtour.com page, go to Eventbrite, and buy tickets for it. Yeah, it's Eventbrite. Eventbrite. Okay. Look on the Whiskey Cars and Cigars page after the show. I'll have it up, what their page is, but we will be there. We are, let's see. I tell you, man, Eventbrite. Yeah. And I'll have a link on the page, on the Whiskey Cars and Cigars page and the Edge Radio US page. There'll be, let's see, they're going to have jet cars there, going to have pro stocks there, they're going to have super stocks there. They're going to have the front engine dragster guys there. They're going to have the nitro funny cars there. Larry Dixon. Steve Dixon is the puppet. I got it. Larry's much taller. Yeah. But Larry Dixon is going to have his 2-seat dragster there. They're going to have monster trucks there, or a monster truck there.
I want to drive a monster truck.
They're going to have jet cars there.
See how you just glazed over that, folks?
Yeah, you've been trying to get T.C. Gorman, our house sitter, has joined. The keeper of the kids.
That's sweet tea.
So, yeah, that'll be a pretty good event. That is 22 days from now. I will be solo.
Maybe.
Lynn will not be with me on that event.
Neither will a Puerto Rican backup girl. I assure you.
you know, I'm trying to do a nice, wholesome family show, and she starts bringing up things like Puerto Rican backup girls. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. All right. So then after that, we've got the Extreme Outlaw Pro Mods at Piedmont Dragway, August 25th. That's a big show with a ton of well-known pro mod cars and drivers. You got to check out this event. I'll have links up to it. I'll have links to it on the website and Facebook after the show. And then Rick Moore, the operator of Extreme Outlaw Pro Mods, is going to be calling in the upcoming weeks. He's going to work with some drivers, and we're going to have some of the drivers and some of the cars are going to be calling in as well. The cars are going to call in as well. Yes, Kit and Bumblebee will. And people wonder why I drink. So that's something that will be as that gets closer after the Orangeburg race at South Carolina Motorplex. And South Carolina Motorplex, a really cool thing about that, it looks like we got our Wi-Fi hotspot may have been locked down today. I had that conversation. I've got another conversation in the morning, and we may have the Wi-Fi hotspot locked in for that. So we will have. We will be broadcasting in between rounds when we're not racing. We will be broadcasting. Also, something I almost forgot. With the whole deal with Reaper's big tire match or big tire call out, South Carolina Motorplex we like that track. We like that track.
We like them folks.
We like the Begans. We like the folks with South Carolina, and we like the people in Orangeburg. I mean, that's a nice place. Yeah. But I've gotten messages from Chevy guys in Orangeburg because I put up a post trying to find out if there was going to be any grudge matches that weekend. I think there's a $25,000 purse at this race. But I was wanting to see if there was going to be any grudge matches. Yeah. And, you know, I got a bunch of messages from Chevrolet guys, and they said the Ford guys just don't come to the races. Yeah. I'm just, you know, they say that, you know, all the Chevrolet guys, they have a few Mopar guys that show up, but they just said, on race day, the Ford cars just don't come out. And I know they just had the Super Chevy race there weekend before last, which was a really, really good event. But, you know, I just can't believe that there's not any Ford guys in that area. Or there are Ford guys in that area, and they just
I know what it is.
They don't want to come to the track and race the Chevy guys. So I mean, I would like to say I love grudge racing. I love grudge racing. I get out there and make bets on cars when I'm watching and seeing grudge races. You know, I was at the mud bogs watching those guys run through the mud pit. And I was there talking to people, and there were some guys that were betting on races. And I told one of them, I said, he was picking, the one guy was betting on all the real fine trucks that looked just great, that had everything on them. There was this guy who had this, I don't know, 2000 Dodge diesel that was running. And there was another guy that had this big black 40-inch tire, big block, I don't know, 572 big block Chevrolet truck. And I told the guy, I said, two guys were betting, and I said, bet on that Dodge. I said, bet him against that Dodge and that diesel. And the guy goes, man, that Dodge is going to get waxed. I said, I'm telling you what, bet on that. I said, he's already picked his truck. He's going to take that big black Chevrolet. I said, take that Dodge. The guy took that Dodge. That guy got 3/4 of the way through that mud, and got stuck. That Dodge just went right through. That Cummins just had so much more torque. It was nice, but that was out at, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say their names.
We don't get free promo.
Yeah, we don't want to promo them. So,
but your grudge match thing.
The grudge match thing, I really like that. And I mean, you know, I watch cars. I can watch drivers generally and pick who's going to win. I mean, you see some really fast cars, but you can see fear in the eyes of people when they pull up against certain cars. What is the problem?
Well, these Ford guys, when they get to the track, they're going to have to pop their hood at some point. And you know what's going to be under that hood? A Chevy engine.
The Chevy, well, but that's considered a Chevrolet. But the thing is, the guys with Ford engines aren't coming. They're not showing up. I just can't believe that there's that much fear in the eyes of Ford drivers at some of these. So this is what I want to do. I want people to shoot me an email, let me know something, shoot me an inbox me. If there's any Ford guys around South Carolina Motorplex that want to come out for a race day and do some grudge racing, I want to know. I want to know because we're going to be there live doing live broadcast. For the Edge Radio US, and I want to interview these guys. I want to talk to some of these people. I want to find out who's got the baddest ride in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Street cars, not pro mods. You know, not the big cars. I mean regular ET cars. I want to see who's. I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see muscle cars. I want to see if the Ford guys show up. I mean, I'm not stirring anything up or anything. I mean, I put that little post up about South Carolina Motorplex, were there any grudge races, and the Chevrolet guys that contacted me, they basically were telling me, no, there won't be any Ford guys that show up that want a grudge race. So I just, I don't know. I want to see what happens. And then September 6th through 9th is the 10th annual Moser Engineering Great American Bracket Race for $50,000 at Memphis International Raceway. Now this is Britt Cummins and Galen Rollison. I always swap the L and the S in his name, Rollison. This is their event. The official fuel for the track for the event is Renegade Racing Fuel.
No.
How did I do it? I did it wrong with two different hands. Renegade Racing Fuel, racers that win, pour it in. Last weekend, Ken Thibodeau got the motto wrong. He thought it was pour it in and you will win.
Well, you said that before. You probably
I planted that in his head. Okay, yeah. So it's my fault.
Of course.
Just like everything else, it's my fault. I tell you, that coconut moonshine is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'm going to freshen it up a little bit. What do you think? Would you like a little bit?
No, I'm going to take that glass away.
There you go. Try that. But anyway, you can, if you want more information on the 10th annual Moser Engineering Great American Bracket Race, you can contact Britt Cummings or Galen Rollison for more information. This is going to be a huge 10th year event. 10 years. This is at Memphis International Raceway. So it just keeps getting bigger. But this is the 10th year they've done it. I think they don't have this one until September, but I already think they're planning for 11. So it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. And Slate Cummins will be there, and probably Baby Cole will be there, who Baby Cole has been on a roll for the last little while. Cole has been doing good in the stock car. No, street car. Pro street car. I think that's what it is. I don't know, but Dendell is a super comp dragster. He's been killing it in both of them. I think in Chicago or in Illinois he was second and third with his two cars, with the two cars he was driving. So he's killing it. So big shout out to Cole Cummins. Slate, I think he's getting back on track. I think he's back to, I think he's getting back to picking it up. And Britt's getting out there and not only promoting the Great American Bracket Race, but also is getting out there. And I don't know if Britt and Johnny Bracket Racer Ezel will be doing their part of their grudge match, their $5,000 grudge match series at this race as well. I think they will. I think they're 1-1. Johnny won the first race in Baton Rouge, and Britt won the second race at the last event in the Dream Team Challenge. Britt won, and that, you know, everybody was saying that Britt wouldn't beat Johnny Bracket Race in one race. He wouldn't beat it. Johnny would take the whole series. So Britt has won one, and Johnny has won one. So they got, so it's a best 3 of 5. So it'll be real easy to see. I see Dale Burrell has joined. Thanks for joining, Dale. So yeah, this will be a really good event. I can't wait for it. Last weekend we had the Hot Rod reunion in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and you know something else at these events. I want to know, everybody. I got a lot of people watching the show tonight on different Periscope, YouTube. I got people all over the place watching the show. I want to know why everybody that's racing keeps sending me pictures of freaking food. I have seen food from all over the country. Every time these guys go to a race, they send me food. I see Jamie Began has joined. Jamie Began, do you see what's sitting behind me? Can you see it? Do you see that beautiful RJS-20 suit with the RJS and the Racer Direct logos on it? Hey, and it's got my name, Johnny Blended, on it, and that is from RacerDirect.net. If you use the discount code WCC, you'll get 5% off and free shipping on your order. And they don't just only have these badass -20 fire suits. They've got the regular fire suits for the bracket cars, for the kart guys, the -1 suits. They've got everything. The prices can't be beat. Ken Thibodeau, one of my buddies that are watching here and joining us in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Ken is going to have Spit and Sputters in Orangeburg. Sweet. So we're looking forward to that. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But RJS Equipment, you know them. You've seen them around for years. They're top-notch on everything they do. This is their new design -20 fire suit. It's one of the first ones off the presses. It's hot off the irons. Jeff, I talked to Jeff Biggin yesterday, and he asked me, he says, does it fit in all the right spots, and is it small enough in some spots and big enough in other spots? I said, dude, it's perfect. It is perfect.
As long as you didn't have to make it go around your head, it's fine.
I see Jamie Biggin. Oh, I see Richard is watching. I see Jamie Biggin. I want to send a big shout out to Jamie Biggin and her family for their new addition, Lily. They have them a Lily now. They got them a puppy the other day. So I think they got it Saturday. I think it was Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. They got a little fur baby now. So that's we're big dog people here on the Ponderosa. But look, back to the Hot Rod reunion. We were talking about, I got all the pictures. I got distracted from the people eating. And while I was distracted with the eating, let me drink. Oh, that coconut moonshine is awesome. Oh, I forgot to give out the number. If anybody wants to call into the show, it is 888-681-2940. That is 888-681-2940. And that is the number to the Edge Radio US. Hell yeah, it's toll free. So that's cool. But Ronnie Sandiford was there with the Hillside Hustler. He ran an 840 in the 850 class. He dialed the car down a little bit and went 829. So he was out. He ran too fast. For 850 was his cutoff. He ran 829. Ken Thibodeau was there with the Spit Sputter Dragster, and he lived up to its name. Now, this is where the camera went out earlier when I got to this point right here, because Ken has been fighting demons in the car this year, and hopefully he'll have them all worked out in the next 18 days. I figure we'll leave a few days early. So the race is in 22.
Yeah, I'll be calling you next week. I need to give you some handling instructions.
She says you need directions for the blender. Directions on how to work the blender. So yeah, so he'll have all those. Legendary chassis builder Boogie Scott was there, along with Greg Englehart, who showed up but forgot to load the dragster in the trailer. Yeah, he didn't bring his car. I just tried to make fun of it. My brother Johnny Jenkins and Pops were there. Frankie Allen was there with his dragster. Frankie was running the exhibition class. So it was just an awesome weekend. We've got to try and make that in the future. Funny thing is, none of the older car guys chimed in. I kind of went out and got information to find out who was doing. Ronnie Sandifer was real good, and Kim was good about telling me what was going on. But none of the other old guys were that accommodating on information and updates. So that kind of chapped my ass a little bit. Sandy, Miss Sandy. Yes, it better be fixed. Ronnie Famulaire, one of my buddies from Picayune. Did you ever find out about Randy Wade's car? Did you ever see Jeff Watson find out what happened to that car? But you know, those old guys, those Ken and those old guys, you know what they're doing right now, don't you? They're sitting over there in Covington, eating barbecue, drinking cold beer, and talking about who didn't do what and why somebody didn't do this. So, hell, I'm doing a show. These guys have had the same barbecue every Wednesday for years. And when I started doing this show, I started doing it on Wednesday night. I didn't even know. I didn't know. I knew Ken always stopped by here on Wednesday, and he said he was going to eat in Covington. I just didn't know why he was going to eat or where he was going to eat in Covington. So, but it's all good. Maybe one Wednesday night we can have a barbecue here, and I can have those guys from the Southern Gassers over here. We'll eat some cheeseburgers and hot dogs and smoked sausage and moonshine.
No.
What?
A bunch of old racing drunk racers.
They won't be drunk because they all got to drive home.
I'm just imagining like a dozen of you.
There could not.
Why would anybody do that?
There could not be a dozen of me. I think that is
sacrilegious.
Impossible. No, my mom always told me when God made you, He broke the mold. So we're having Periscope camera problems again. I know what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to bring another computer in here, a real computer, not a laptop, a real computer. One of the real computers out in the shop, one of the desktops.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I can run a lot more apps on it. I can do a lot more with it because they handle information a lot differently and process. No, this here, well, I don't know. It may be. So, yeah, the house phone early. And let's see. I've got no calls. I had no calls. Nobody. Let me say that number again. 888-681-2940. That's 888-681-2940. I got none of the big tire guys call anywhere wanting to jump on Reaper Challenge. I don't have any of the Ford guys from South Carolina that are calling to, contradict what the Chevrolet guys said. And I mean, if just one or two people would have sent me a message when I posted that about the grudge race in Orangeburg, and if one or two people would have said, there's just not a lot of Fords up there, that would have been one thing.
That makes sense.
Right, but I got a number of people that said on race day the Fords guys don't show up.
So they're there.
They're in the area. There. They just, so I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. There's either got to be some really bad cars in South Carolina that are going to be at the U.S. drags, or there's just no Fords there that can run.
think it's the latter.
You think there's just no Fords in the area that can run?
I think so. Are these trailer cars?
Yeah. Yeah.
I started saying maybe they're just breaking down on the way.
No, they're using a trailer, but if a lot of those Ford guys are real dedicated. If they've got a Ford, they're probably pulling it with a Ford truck. So I mean, they could be breaking down on the way. Okay. They may have to pull. I wonder, when I get out there, if we see any race cars with receiver hitches, we may know that's kind of a yeah. If the truck breaks down, you can always pull the truck with the race car. I don't know. It can happen. It can happen. So I don't know, but I don't know. I just hope we can see some grudge racing there. I want to see some grudge racing. Ronnie and Lori Owens is laughing. Jamie Began is laughing. Jamie, you've been to Orangeburg, South Carolina. I mean, I know y'all did the Super Chevy race and just had an unbelievable turnout from that. And I know that there was some Chevrolet-powered Fords there, some Mustangs and Chevrolet-powered Fords there. But, have y'all had any news? Have you had any listings? Have you heard if there are any fast Fords that might want to do some grudge racing in the state of South Carolina? Now, Georgia's pretty close. I mean, Georgia's it's not that far. Georgia and North Carolina are real close to where Orangeburg, South Carolina is. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a long driving distance for some of the Ford guys from Georgia or North Carolina to come down. I'm not going to talk about that because, I mean, it may just be, there just may not be any fast Fords in the tri-state area. And that's why they don't have it. That's why the Chevrolets up there are racing Chevrolets, and they're racing a few Dodges, and they're racing Ford Mustangs with Chevrolet engines in them. There's just no fast Fords in the tri-state area. So, but we'll see what we can do. I keep getting a few messages from the Chevrolet guys, and I had a real nice guy. I think his name was David. And he said he would look, but he said he thought he had a number for a guy in South Carolina that had a quick Ford. He didn't say it was a fast Ford. He said it was just a quick Ford. So maybe we can get him to call into the show, or we can get him to inbox me if I can find out, get in touch with him. And, maybe he'll want to come up and do some grudge races because, I mean, they may be able to give him 2 or 3 car links on the line to
Put him on a decline.
Yeah. So they may be able to work with the guy to help him get going and make it a fair race. But yeah, I Mustangs are just beautiful cars, and I've always liked them. But
kind of like Poison Ivy.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, it's a pretty plant. Don't touch it. That's it. So I don't know. But we'll see what happens. We'll look. Anybody want to inbox me any messages on fast Fords? You can do that. Anybody in the Orangeburg, South Carolina Motorplex area. I'm trying to find out on the U.S. Drags, July 13th and 14th, if there is going to be any grudge matches there. We're going to have all the other cars racing. We're going to have a big bracket shootout there. I just would like to see some grudge matches. I don't know. But, but the Dodge and Chevrolet guys put on a really good show. You get some of those guys with the Hemis and the 383s and the 440s and the Chargers and the Barracudas and stuff like that come out. They put on a pretty, they're fast cars. I think one guy said that there was a guy with a badass Duramax diesel that liked to race. So, it's still a little Chevrolet on Chevrolet action, but
when
you can't get the Ford guys to show up, I mean, you're with.
I think they're mowing the driveway every weekend, waxing the cars.
They may be wax on, wax off.
It's kind of like that whole find a fast Ford. It's kind of like trying to find a ferry or a dragon.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like Fords. I don't want to talk about them, but I'm just hoping that we can find the last Ronnie and Lori Owens. Ronnie Owens is how would you say? He's a race historian. He has a lot of knowledge on racing. He just sent me an update. He said the last fast forward was Bob Glidden. So that was, I think Bob Glidden was still racing, and I think he went up to 85 or 86. So he may go on, and I think 85 or 86 is when he retired. So, but that's Ronnie. I really appreciate Ronnie as a contributor to the show, and we really want to. I love the information that he always provides. So we really want to thank you, Ronnie, for giving us that information. The last fast forward was Bob Glidden. So just in case anybody else didn't know that, I wanted to give that to you. Well, look, I'm fixed to get out of here. This is Johnny Blender on Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars, and I think I probably pissed enough people off tonight. So if you want to call into the show, write this number down, 888-681-2940, and we'll talk. If you have anybody in South Carolina, Orangeburg, South Carolina, you're getting ready for the show to come back. Hey, Glenn, how are you doing? Glenn Culbertson. That's a nice last name, Culbertson. I've never heard that, Culbertson. So I hope I'm saying it right. I'm probably screwing it up. Yeah, Jamie Began says, I don't know where they are. She doesn't know where the fast forwards in South Carolina are either. So I don't know. I just want to see some grudge racing. We're going to post this thing. We're going to get this up. I'm going to tag a bunch of people in it. I'm going to put a whole bunch of, what are them? Hashtag. I'm going to hashtag fast forward and see if we can find anybody. Hashtag grudge match. See if we can get any grudge racing going for this event. But that's the American Drag Racing League's U.S. Drags, July 13th and 14th at South Carolina Motorplex in Orangeburg, South Carolina. We will be doing, for the next 22 days, we will be promoting the hell out of this event. You will be able to see the Adrian's Fury Dragster there. Luckily, the Twisted Southern Horror Queen will not be showing up at that event. So Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Yes. Yeah, you don't have no cigar.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and check us out next week on Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. I am Johnny Blender. And hey, don't forget, if you need parts, contact racerdirect.net and use the discount code WCC for 5% off and free shipping. Thank you, everybody. Good night.